Greetings, ranting Loli here. Yes, I call myself that nowadays. Sorry about that. Well, today's rant is not about any game, any football match, or any anime, or any manga, nothing like that. Today I'm talking about a very serious topic. And although it seems to have resolved, but I still think I need to talk about it because things have gone too far. So the thing that I'm going to talk about today is the Noam Chomsky interview by this guy called Ripon. So what happened is this no-name guy called Ripon, who studies in ULab University, he emailed or texted Mr. Chomsky, and he asked for an interview for apparently his name, Teacup Interview, which is sponsored by his friend's fashion house, Mohur Fashion House. I don't know how do they say that. Anyways, so he arranges this interview, and he makes Mr. Chomsky wait for an hour. But and then he brags in Facebook page that Noam Chomsky is waiting for our interview. That's not something to brag about, first thing. And then after he finally he has the kindness to be in the interview, to start the interview, he actually has the guts to ask unprofessional questions, even after he literally disregarded the fact that Mr. Chomsky asked for a reschedule, and he asked a bunch of questions without researching about Mr. Chomsky. Mind you, if you guys don't know, I'll say who Mr. Chomsky is. He is not just one thing. He's the greatest philosopher of our time. And he's not just a philosopher, he's said to be the father of modern linguistics, and that means a lot. That says a lot. A person who is said to be the father of modern linguistics is not a small thing. Okay. And not only that, he's a cognitive scientist. He wrote more than 150 books on philosophy, on war, on linguistics, on politics. You just name it. He has a book on it. I'm pretty sure any one of you have read at least one of his book, and I know multiple people who have read. So that's him. And he was kind enough, Mr. Chomsky was kind enough to agree with an interview with this guy. He was kind enough. I would say that was his kindness. Okay. So my rant is about this situation that has been going on in our country, Bangladesh, obviously. Yes, I'm from that country, which some of you guys may know for cricket, some of you guys may know for its corruption, some of you guys may know for these shits. And it's not a very proud thing for us to say, to be honest. And even me living in this foreign country, I have encountered so many comments and so many, not discrimination per se, discrimination is more mainly because of my skin color that I would get even if I were an Indian or I were a Mexican, because I have a brown color. So yeah, that's something to talk about later on. Okay, I'll talk about that. But the amount of disrespect I have seen here for Bangladeshi people specifically is overwhelming, and it's not just in this country, it's everywhere in the world, and that's because of ourselves. So the question is, why can people pull off such blunder in my country? How can they do that? Why do they do that? Excuse me. Why do they do that? And how do they do that? Well, for starters, our country has gone through quite a bad change over the last decades. I say it bad because yes, we are technologically advanced. As a third world country, to be honest, we have quite good internet. We have pretty good devices in every home. Okay, so yeah, I'll call it technologically we are fine. And because of that, obviously we have come to know about a lot of different cultures and different mindsets. But it didn't change us in a good way. It changed us in a bad way. You see, our society is indoctrinated by religion and by social values. Social values. I think every Asian can understand the social value term, what people will say, right? And religion. You can't do this, you can't do that. This religion is bad, that religion is bad. These are everyday things in our life. We grow up with these things. I am from a really progressive family, and people in my circle do say that, and when they meet my parents, they do say that. Even I was indoctrinated. I was brought up in some indoctrination, and I'm not even ashamed of saying that, because that's the reality. And yes, some people are breaking the cycle. Some of the youths have gone through huge changes. They discarded their thought process. They changed their mindset. They became better for themselves and their partners, their friends, their family. The majority still are in indoctrination. These kind of indoctrinations, um, when they come to the touch of fame or the touch of being popular, they always think that being viral is the only way to become famous. Having negative marketing is the only way and the best way to publicity. And because of that, they do many things. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys know about the Miss Bangladesh universe, Mithila. Oh, sorry, she writes her name as Methela, Methela. I don't know why. So there's that. So she became famous by taking videos of male genitals from public toilet, male washroom. Two women went to male washroom, took videos of the male genitals without their permission, and then posted it on internet. It went viral, and they became models. They didn't regret. They didn't say sorry. Till now, she doesn't even acknowledge the fact that she was a criminal. She is a criminal. This is a crime, and she doesn't even acknowledge it. So Ripon is just another from that community. They love attention. They love to insult people. They love to make people feel bad. And this is the consequence. This is just another consequence of it. This time, it happened to one of the greatest philosophers of the world in our time. And I know many people are saying so many things in Facebook, in Instagram. Hell, this guy actually deleted his page, teacup interviews, from Facebook with all the backlash. But is it gonna stop? No. You know why? The reason is, people will forget. The very people who are posting on Facebook, who are saying so many things about this guy, and who are suddenly a fan of Mr. Chomsky, are going to forget about it. Absolutely forget about it. This happens every other day in Bangladesh. Somebody does something, and we talk about it, and then we forget. Then something else happened, and then we talk about it again, and then we forget again, and repeat. But my kids, the kids I have taught, they are growing up in this kind of situation. They see that when someone is doing crime, nothing happens. They see when someone is raping a girl in the middle of the road or in their house and then killing her, nothing happens. The girl is the victim. They see when Ripon literally insults, I mean, it's not insult to Mr. Chomsky, he is great. It's an insult to his own nation, but literally does things like that. He gets away. Who's going to say anything to him? He didn't do crime. Hell, criminals don't get punished here, and he didn't even kill anybody. So he just made Bangladesh famous. So yeah, we'll forget. This will happen again. Next time maybe a Nobel laureate. Next time maybe another scientist. Who knows? Nobody knows. But this is gonna happen. And this is on us. This is on my generation, the millennials, my previous generation, the Gen X, and the generation now. Yes, the generation now have done quite a lot of things. They even went on the road for safe road, and they were beaten like hell. I guess all of you know that. Even then, we forget. We forgot. Accidents happen. Accidents still happen. Rape still happens. Nobody's changing. You know why? Because nobody's working. You know what's the first thing that comes in our mind, a Bengali student's mind, when we are done with our high school? Leave the goddamn country. Wherever you go, it's better than Bangladesh. Yeah, even I am hella afraid of going back. Why is that? Because I know I don't have any safety. I know if I come back from office at 9 p.m. at night, I might get raped, and people will blame me for being outside at 9 p.m. at night. And people like Ripon, people like Mithila, people like, who else is there? See, even I forgot. There's so many incidents. I forgot. So these people get all the attentions they need, and people forget about them, and eventually they become model, they become celebrity. This Ripon, trust me, he's gonna become a celebrity pretty soon, and people will be fan. Many kids will become fan. Many girls will be fan of this guy. So many talented people, I said. Sadly, we're such idiots. Such idiots that I'm ashamed of. I'm ashamed of my people for some reason right now. But yeah, this doesn't represent majority of of the youth. Obviously, we have broken the cycle, we have changed ourselves, but even then, it's not enough because we changed ourselves. We didn't change our country. We didn't make these people understand that no, you cannot do this and get away with it. You cannot. You get punished for these. Apologize to the people of your country for embarrassing your country. I'm sorry, I'm very emotional right now. For embarrassing your country, please. Now, I would like to apologize to Mr. Chomsky. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna see it, and I'm pretty sure maybe he's not. Nobody's gonna see it. I don't know, but I feel like I should because that's something I need to do. I actually feel like I need to do it, and I'm sorry, sir. This kind of things happened to you. I know it's just it's nothing maybe for you, but for us it's a lot. And I don't want you to misunderstand our youth. There are many talented youth who are changing the society, trying to change the society, but they're failing because of these people who are on power, who are in authority. Yes, these kind of people are in power and authority, not the talented ones. So yes, my country is like that. But please do not misunderstand Bangladesh. Please, this is not who we are. This is Ripon and his friends are just some handful of people who just get publicity. It's not the whole youth of Bangladesh. It's not all Bangladeshis. It's just some handful of people. Please forgive this young nation, and please forgive these young people. I apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. I am sorry on behalf of my country. I'm extremely sorry, sir. And lastly, I want to say something to the younger generation of my beloved nation. Our fathers and our grandfathers fought for this country. They died for it in 1971. And with that, we got the freedom of this country. Now, it's your turn. It's your turn to save the nation once again. We have to save this nation. If we don't do this, nobody can. We have to stand up against whatever oppression we are going through. We have to stand up against these powerful, these famous people who are confident enough to do these things. It's our duty to save our nation from our people. It's easy to save a nation from a foreign oppressor, but it is not easy to save a nation from its own people. Please save the country. You may live in abroad like me, you may live in Bangladesh. Do your part. Small things, very small things, they will affect. Do your part. Change the country. Change the indoctrination. We don't need it. We are better without all these social values and all these whatever tradition we have. We are better off without it. Save the country. I beg you, save the country. It's our duty. Please. I alone cannot do shit for this nation, and I want to save the nation. I want to make my country a better place. I want to make a world a better place, but if I can't make my own country a better place, world is a long way to go. So I want to make my country a better place to live in. I want my child, I want my friends' children, I want my niece and nephew, my relatives, everyone, my friends to live there happily as their country, not getting raped, not getting killed. Please save the nation. Please help me make this country better. I beg you. Peace.